Oh, okay, you there? Hello, McFly, are you there? All right, we're gonna tap on the Zoom. Yep, you got it. It's being live streamed. So check this out. I love this image, right? You see that? That's my internet contact address hub right here. We got the the Wi-Fi signals. That means it's radiating. And look at this. Without me there, right? That's the contact symbol. That thing is registered. That's right. We did that. Oh man, it's sweet because people are like, you can't do it. Well, we did it. It's a registered trademark. There's nothing that you can't do if you don't put your mind to it, wherever you're at. We walk on the moon. It was two brothers that all of a sudden started to fly a plane? Right. We can do so much in this world when we put our mind to it, in us, when we are supportive of each other, which we're told to do. If you're a Christian, if you're just a spiritual person, if you just want to live in a world that's not chaotic, then you need to learn to speak the goodness into the world and bring goodness out of people. And you do that by practicing our loyalty, which is show love first and always return. Some people say, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget where you came from. Don't forget where you want to go. Don't forget what we need. And that is to show love first and one by one, always return kindness. Now, with that being said, I, I like looking at this virtual thing, right? Right there, freeze. All right, because we have that thing, and right now, my internet contact address hub is my digital home, and we're going to radiate this out to the world. The reason I'm making this video real quick, I'm actually at a family function, so this shall be a quick live video. I want to show you something. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you this. I'm going to talk about it for a very minimal amount of time here. But sometimes when you plant something, you can't see it right away. And I'll just tell you, for me, I used to fix televisions out of the garbage, and it came to me recently that people saw that I could do that because the TV was broken, and then they turn around and the TV's working, and I was like 7, 8, 9 years old doing this, and they're like, man, Chris could fix this, Chris fix that TV. And the TV we kept for years, okay, because it was broken, and then it was working. So they could see that. Just imagine, like, you have a mirror and it's broke, and then you do abracadabra, and the mirror is all of a sudden not broke. So it was easy to see that. But other things that are conceptual, and in other words, things that you can't see like that, they have to maybe have time in order to develop. Much like, say, smoking cigarettes, you can't see the cancer. It takes time. It doesn't, you just don't smoke the cigarettes and get cancer. It takes time to develop the cancer, then it kills you. But if someone is doing like a hard drug like heroin, they shoot it in their veins, they could, you see that, or some other hard drugs, they do it, and a week later you're like, whoa, this is bad. You look at you, okay, see, I'm telling you that because the cigarettes are bad too, just as bad. But just because you can't see something festering doesn't mean that it's not working, whether it be bad or good. So when you pay someone a compliment, I'm going to take it to the good now. When you pay someone a compliment, you may not realize how that planted that seed, that's helping their encouragement, that's helping their confidence, that's helping them to return that kindness and pay a compliment to someone else. This is the practice of our loyalty. This is who owns my contact app and who developed QR Pop. This is what you're supporting when you watch me talk, when you listen, when you understand the concepts that we're talking about. It's a non-for-profit dedicated to fighting poverty, but this is the concept that's not new. It's in every faith, it's in every human that wants good stuff to happen. Okay, show love first. Don't do it because you're paying it forward, because payment means you're expecting something in return. No, no, no. You do it because that's what you should do. You show love first, and then you always return that kindness. That's our loyalty. And when I would fix things out of the garbage, when I would fix televisions out of the garbage, it was easy for people to see that I fixed that TV. But when I presented a concept, it was more difficult for people to see. because they needed time for it to develop. And the thing is, personally, I have vision, and everyone does, right? Um, and I'm saying this because I want to tell you now. I presented a concept a while ago, and some said, "Oh, um, I just don't see it." Well, it takes time to develop. Just like when you do search engine optimization on your website, it takes time to develop. Just like when you meet new contacts, it takes time for that to turn into a sale or to a referral. It's just not like you meet someone and the next day, boom, it happens. When you meet the love of your life, it's not like the next day you get married. It takes time for the relationship to develop. All right. It takes time for these things to, the best things take time. When you go out and gamble, you might get a rush if you win a whole bunch of money, but there's a good book with a lot of proverbs in it. And it talks about basically quickly in, quickly out. There's a reason for that. So I talked about contacts, and as people get, now I'm turning this, stay with me. I'm turning the corner here. All right. I'm turning the corner, and I can be a little silly. So here I am. That's just me. So check it out. When you meet someone and you give them your phone number or you exchange contact information, you have to think, well, one, if I met someone and I'm thinking of like networking, where do I want to end up? What is, what's my end result that I'm looking for? And if you don't have one, then you're just floating by. You're going to get pulled around. You're going to be like a feather floating in the wind when we're not made to be feathers. We're not made to float in the wind. When you do that, somebody will come and grab you. They're going to pluck you up and they're going to stick you in their coat and they're going to wear you. And that's not what you want. Obviously, you're engaged in the world. You're trying to control your future. You want to control your identity. Okay, I'm doing a YouTube live. Give me a moment. Yeah, right now, everybody. I'm not going to turn, that's my wife. I had to tell her what it is. It's real. We're real people. I'm not, this is a live. That's the point of live. And I'm not going back to edit it. So check it out. I told you I was at a family function. So control your future. My internet contact address hub, or MICA for short, is about you controlling your future. And the way to do that is to, when you meet someone, understand that ultimately, most of us, when we give our phone number, we want someone to save it, right? When I grew up, I'm still growing up, but when I grew up, it was about, here, take my number, put it in your phone book. Here, I'll beep you. What's your beeper number? Something to that effect. What's your SkyTel? Some of you probably know this. Oh, then it turned into MySpace and Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, all these different handles and everything. It's all over the place. What we need is to realize the new thing is the black book. Remember the black book where we will put our most valuable information in the black book? The girl, the guy, whatever, this valuable information goes in the black book. Well, the black book is your cell phone. And ironic, most cell phones were black, right? When they came out. That was it, like hard-coded black. That's the black book. And that's where we need to put that information. That's most of our goals, honestly. So when people have a digital business card, sometimes they're like, oh, save it to the home screen. That's awesome, because on the home screen, boom, someone can see your face or your business. That's it. But guess what? That's not really where you want to go. No, 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 no. Where you really want to go is in the black book, the best of it. Where's the black book? It's in your contacts. That's right. Why do you think when you sign up for PayPal, when you sign up for any social network, it's like, can we connect your contacts? Because the contacts is that link. So anyone that's listening right now, somebody's listening and going, oh, he's so right. And someone's going to go out and try and start a business venture on it. Someone's going to be like, how can I get in the contacts? Well, we have this patent pending way of doing things and a way of taking advantage of what's in the contacts. And I'm not going to tell you everything right now. What I will tell you is that it all works, not only for the glory of God, who I believe is Jesus Christ. Doesn't matter the belief. In this case, what matters is what it is. And I'm going to show you right now. All right. I always got to give a shout out to Jesus. And if, that's the business, right? Um, but to each his own. Everyone is different. Ark Loyalty is not about any particular faith. It's about how we need to treat each other as human beings. I'm going to stop this recording because I've been recording and it was paused. And man, I came with some good stuff. So I'm going to redo this right now. And here we go. Oh, was it still going? I don't know. I think the Zoom was recording paused. I don't know. So I'm gonna keep going. And if it's not, I'll have to do this later. So check it out. I want to show you this. I'm gonna screen share real quick. Um, so many buttons. Okay. Buttons. I gotta show you my screen share. So not the other day, a little bit screen. And boom. All right. There's my screen. Look at all that stuff. Imagine if you were on my screen. Oh, goodness gracious. That is so much stuff. I'm going to show you a sneak peek. That's the new contact app that's coming. You don't even know. No one even knows anything about this right here. I think I'm not going to show you too much because you might be like, oh my goodness. But that's my contact app 2.0. Yeah. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. A few years ago, I did this event, and in this event, I gave away our contact information. I said, this concept a little bit. You got to do a little bit. You got to be wise with it. The key is the black book is your contacts. That's where you want everyone to go. You want everyone to go in your contacts. So why? Because right now I'm sitting down and you see this duo here. I wish I can't get it to give me the fancy thing that I want to point to, but you'll see this. Oh, there we go. Watch this. No, it won't let me do it. I was trying to point to it. You see right here at the very bottom, say hi with the video call, very bottom, JC Akins, right? That gentleman works in a field. I'm not going to say what. I don't want to put his information out, but that's right there. That time, 6:34. It's 7:04 right now. That just popped up. Now, I haven't talked to him in years, but because he's in my contacts, this just popped up. Do you get what I'm saying? If you get on someone's home screen, it's not going to pop up. But because he's in my contacts, everything is connecting through the contacts, which is the new Black Book, which we have a Black Book content delivery system, how to get your information into the contacts with content. Anyone catch that? Somebody did. I hope that wasn't too loud for you. But content is important. Getting into the contacts is important. And knowing how to do that in a very smooth way and knowing what you're doing. You don't get in a car and say, well, I know that's the way to go. I'm going to drive without knowing how to drive, right? So if you want to get your information into someone's contacts or into someone's cell phone, you need to know how to do that. You may have to practice. You may have to go to driver's ed. You may have to listen to more of my video calls. You may have to show love first by reaching out to me and saying, hey, Christopher, I get what you're saying. Can you teach me some more? Right? Why not? Otherwise, I might say, you know what? I'm not going to make this so public. I'm going to make it exclusive because I tell you, this is smooth. And this didn't happen, right away. I get a couple of these every once in a while of people that's in my contacts. And if you go, well, why did that just pop up? It's because he's in my contacts. And now the question is, Christopher, what type of information do you have of his in your contacts? Well, I've done the research for you. That's what I've spent years of my life doing, getting it together, making it smooth, and making lovely things like this, making it real easy. Where if you want to go ahead and book something, you can go ahead and book something with me right there. You don't have to leave. Come on, people. Don't miss what I'm putting out. It's very, very simple. And I would show you more, but I'm gonna hold on so I can show you more later. All right. But I want you to get a little bit of what I'm putting out. That's me. And I know everything is digital, including business cards. The thing is, you got to understand life isn't about business. It's not about digital. It's about showing love first and one by one, always returning kindness. That's our loyalty. That's what the world needs. And that is really what life is about. We want to enjoy life. And the more that we have love in the world, the more that we know that people aren't taking advantage of us. Well, you got to use some wisdom, but you don't want to go through life with this without love. I mean, that's the best way to put it. You don't want to go through life without love. And if you have any lovelessness in your life, you need to tap into that. And if you know anyone like that, you need to try and help them. And the way to do that is to get your daily bread. There's my daily bread, and I have my word set right there. That's for me. But again, everyone has their way. You can just have positive affirmations. You can have whatever it is. You got to remember to practice it. You got to practice it. All right. Practice it. Show love first, and one by one, always return kindness. My name is Christopher. That's me right there. This message is brought to you by ARC Loyalty, non-for-profit dedicated to fighting poverty. Thank you very much. If this was helpful to you or you found it informational or anything, hit the like button, do all that stuff that YouTube likes and all that good stuff. Send me a comment or make a comment. Let me know, because people only know what you share. No one's a mind reader. All right. If you care, you got to share. Peace, love, happiness. I'm out of here as soon as I can figure out what that button looks like. Because, I used to do rapping. My rap name is Ludacris, but I spelled it Lootachris, and it means silly, ridiculous, outrageous, and that's me. And so if you ever like, man, this dude is Ludacris, there's a reason for that. I got the button, and now I'm out because it's time for us to go. All right, everybody, take care, world.